Hey, what's up guys? So today I have another review for you. Here we have the SH Figuarts Spider-Man No Way Home Iron Spider. I didn't have the first version of this figure, so I'm excited to get my hands on this one. Take a look at the box. You can see right there, Iron Spider right there. It's right there, posing, yada yada yada. More poses there, here, up, bottom. That's it for the packaging, nothing much there. So let's just go ahead and take a look at this and crack this guy open. So here is the Iron Spider up on the rotating display base, and I've got to say, this figure is not bad. There's some good, and unfortunately, there is some bad. So we'll go ahead and take a look at all the accessories this guy comes with, because he comes with a lot, and then we'll take a closer look at the figure. So the Iron Spider comes with 5 sets of interchangeable hands. On the figure, there's the fizzed hands, then there's some wall crawling hands, some flipping hands, some kind of cowabunga surfer hands, there's 2 web grabbing hands, and there's a 6th pair of hands that are sculpted together for them to hold the long web together. There are also 4 sets of interchangeable eyes. You have the regular eyes that come on the figure, you have the widen eyes, and then you have the squinting eyes, and then of course you do have the instant kill eyes. There are 6 different types of webs. You have 2 small web blasts, you have 2 long web blasts, you have the long web line that he can hold on to, and there is the web line that has the spider web spread out on the end. There is also an interchangeable neck piece that you can have for an unmasked Tom Holland head. If you have any of the previous versions that come with the unmasked head, here I have the one that came with the black and gold suit on the figure. You can switch that out and get that head. I don't know why this figure didn't come with an unmasked head to begin with, but you know, that's just what it is. And then for the last pair of accessories, you do have the wallows that come on an interchangeable back piece. And I actually like these wallows. I don't feel like these are as cheap as they're going to break like the Mafex versions have been in the past. And I don't have any of the previous SH Figuarts wallows, so I can't compare to that. But I think these are great. These are all articulated. They feel pretty nice. Actually, the gold is a different set of gold that is used on the figure. It's like a different shade. They're not 100%, so I think that's really cool. But yeah, to port on the wallows, you just go ahead and get this right here. And then you have a little tool that you can use to flick this out right here. Oh, so there you go. And then the wallows come back here. You line up the shape. Make sure to have this right. Yep, that's the right way. And then you just port right there, and there you go. That's how you attach the wallows to the figure. Now taking a closer look at the details of the figure, I think the paint and sculpt on here is actually it's great. I don't really have any complaints aesthetic wise of the figure. I think it all looks really well. The paint and the deco on here is clean. I do like the shade of blue and the red and gold they use. My only problem is the eyes. As you can see here, this is what the Iron Spider eyes are supposed to look like in the movie, and then you just have like this kind of like metallic flat blue here that you have for these eyes right here. So I think literally it's like a 9.5 out of 10. Like, they almost had a 10 out of 10 on the look of this figure. I still think the Mafex Endgame one looks the best out of all the Iron Spiders that are out there. But this just looks great as well. Like, getting a close look at all this. If I can get it to focus. 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 There you go. I think it's just really well done. A lot of people don't like the SH Figuarts hip designs with all these flaps down here. But I think it's okay. It doesn't bother me, but, you know. Oh, I really like that on the back, too. My camera does not want to focus today. There we go. And yeah, I just think everything on here just looks great. The lines are sculpted well. The paint is applicable. I don't have any paint chipping. I've had this figure for a couple days now, so it doesn't look too shabby. I think it looks pretty good. Again, it's an improvement from the Endgame one. I believe it's an improvement from the first one that came out ever. But the figure itself just still doesn't hit the level that Mafex does. Almost there, but not quite. Now getting into the articulation of the figure, this is where I personally have my biggest gripes with the figure. Starting off with the head can only look up using the neck only about that much. I don't think that's good at all. I caught myself trying to get the head to look up more when I was posing around, and I just don't like that. It seems kind of limited. I would have preferred the hinge joint that I think that was on the Far From Home one. But again, I think it's just a whole repaint, so I don't know if the previous Endgame one, Final Battle, had this type of issue as well. But the neck can go that far. Look down, really good, so that's good. And then the shoulders are limited as well. This is my other gripe, but you can only get the shoulders up that far just due to the sculpt. I'm not a fan of that. I feel restricted when posing it, and I feel like I'm going to break it whenever they clash like that. Like, I don't want to break the joint. But either way, they can still rotate all the way around this way. Bicep swivel, double joint elbows that are also limited. I think they should go in a little more than that. I don't know. I just catch myself like flexing this, and I feel like I'm going to break it. So that kind of sucks. And then the wrists hinge up and down. There is a butterfly joint that goes out about that far. There you go. So you get the detail done right there. So that's really cool that it's consistent. The torso and diaphragm joints, there's a little bit of pivot, not a whole lot. And then crunching forward, using both of them, they go about that far. Try not to use the legs, so that's good. You do get the gap right there, but that's just kind of custom to the SH Figuarts figures now. They go back pretty far, so that's good. Hips spread out that far. Can't do the splits fully yet. Get the butt flap, can kick all the way up there with the legs. There is upper thigh rotation, double jointed knees, and the ankles move down, up, rotate, and do have toe pivot. They have toe pivot. So I don't know, like I said, the head movement and the shoulders really bothers me. That's just my gripe. Again, I just don't like it. I guess the double jointed elbows bother me too. I feel like they should go in more than that, but that's just me. Showing off the articulation on the wallows too, of course, like previous versions, it is plugged in right here, and it does hinge up and down, and then there's hinge right here, and then hinge right here. So that's for all 4 wallows. Again, I don't feel like these ones are going to break as easily as the Mafex ones did. So this one's kind of a little loose, but other than that, the wallows I think are still a fun accessory and obviously a necessity to this figure and the suit. Starting off with some size comparisons, here is the SHF Noe Home Iron Spider suit with the black and gold suit and the integrated suit, both from SHF that were released earlier this year. And I don't hate either one of these figures. I don't think they're perfect. I did have to customize the integrated suit and the black and gold suit. I repainted both of them. Well, the integrated suit, I repainted the blue to black, and the gold black and gold suit, I added the wires and details, the blue lights, and then I dry brushed some more gold on there to make it pop more. Either ways, besides that, I don't think any of these figures are bad. I don't think they're perfect, but until like Mafex gives us their version, I think these 3 will remain on top in terms of the versions of these figures that you can get out there, because I think they beat the Legends versions. But either way, they all look good. And the other thing too is on the integrated suit and the black and gold suit, none of those figures have problems looking up as bad as this one. Like, you take a look here, whoops, on that, like this figure looks up great. This one, same thing. I don't know why this one specifically has that problem and doesn't look up as well. So that's just kind of, that's weird, and I wish it wasn't the case, but it is. And here's a size comparison with the Marvel Legends 60th anniversary Peter Parker figure from the Homecoming 2-pack with Ned. If you want a review on that, let me know. But yeah, of course, Legends is going to be way bigger than SHF. But in case you want to see that, here's that. And then here is a size comparison with the Mafex Mark 85 Endgame Iron Man figure. And I think these two work. So yeah, I do not have a SHF Iron Man on me right now, so I apologize. Retract that last statement. Here is the SHF Iron Spider alongside the SHF Avengers Endgame I Am Iron Man Snapping Iron Man. And I think these two work great as well. And finally, here's a comparison between the Mafex Infinity War Iron Spider that I got many years ago. It was either 2018 or 2019. I don't remember when that figure came out. Anyways, you can tell it's dated, it's old, the paint is faded, and the wallows did break on mine last year. So I had it for a good while before the wallows broke. But that was the biggest problem with the Mafex Infinity War Iron Spider, and even the Endgame one, was that the wallows were breaking. I didn't hear much story of the wallows on the SH Figuarts versions breaking. So that's kind of like where it's like give or take, because I think the SHF one looks good. It's not perfect though in the eyes, whereas the Mafex one I think looks better, but the wallows break more. So it's kind of like give or take. I personally will still be trying to find and get the Endgame Mafex Iron Spider. I think that one is the superior version in terms of proportion, aesthetics, and paint. But the wallows, of course, are going to be better on the SHF version. Either way, I still would like to have that version. I think that's kind of going to be my definitive one. But either way, again, this is a size comparison. I like both of these figures. I think I like playing with the Mafex body more. But of course, you can't have an Iron Spider without wallows. So I will be trying to track down the Mafex one for the Endgame version. Either way, here's that. At the end of the day, this figure is not perfect. It has its problems. That limitation on the head and shoulders just bugs the crap out of me. I don't know why the integrated suit and the black and gold suit don't have those problems, but then again, I never had the Endgame version of this figure, so maybe that figure had the problems and I was just unaware. I don't know if it's different from the Endgame one to this one. Let me know in the comments below. Either way, I don't want y'all to think that I don't like this figure. I'm happy that I have it. It's definitely an upgrade from the Infinity War one that I have from Mafex. It's just, like I said, I just like it. I don't love it. The limitations really bug me, and the eyes are not there. But again, there's so much to love about this figure. I love the wallows. I don't think the wallows are going to break, and they don't feel as brittle as the Mafex figure does. I love the red and gold paint and the blue paint on the body. I think it's great. The accessories are fun. There's a lot of posing options with that. I really like that sculpted 2 hands grabbing the web thing. It just makes it easier in terms of getting swinging poses. But like I said, this figure is not bad. I just don't love it as much as I thought I was going to. So I will still be trying to find the Mafex Endgame Iron Spider and getting that for my display. With all that being said, I'm going to go ahead and give this guy a final rating of an 8.5 out of 10. Again, the head, shoulder, limitations, articulation, and the eyes are my biggest problems with this. Everything else is great. I don't have any problems with it. Again, the wallows are great, but 8.5 out of 10. That's my final thing. 8.5. If y'all like the review, please like, comment, and subscribe. Are you going to pick this figure up? What's your favorite Iron Spider version that's come out from Legends, Mafex, SH Figuarts, Diamond Select, or even any other third-party company that might have one out? I don't know. There's so many at this point. Are you still looking for the Iron Spider, or is this going to be the one for you? Let me know. So if you liked the review and enjoyed this, please go ahead and follow me on Instagram. Here's my personal Instagram. Here's my figure Instagram. Go ahead and follow me on TikTok as well. If you're here from TikTok, you know that's where I post mainly. That's my main platform. I'm still trying to get used to posting on YouTube. So sorry for the lack of reviews, but I do have a lot of cool figures coming in. So I got a lot of the Spider-Man stuff, the 60th anniversary of Marvel Legends. Either way, if you like the review, like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And I will see y'all on the next one. Peace. Iron Spider with SHF's other No Way Home Iron. Fuck.